Okay, all right. So this is the next question on linear programming problem for the year 2016. 2016 the hangi question name. Okay, so question the first parang si yam sangwa man many questions and then sang many yam duba man questions. Okay, the longer the question, it seems that it's very tough, right? But it's not like that. Okay, see, let's line by line, let's try to read. A company makes 3 models of calculator ABC. Okay, akoy the calculator company se calculator kya same hai ba 3 ABC kadai da factory 1 and factory 2, right? So let's start the writing here. Okay, solution. Okay, the given given LPP can be what? Can be formulated as, right? Okay, yang see, yeah, types of what? Types of calculators. What are the types? We have 2 types, A, another type is B, right? A, B, C also. A, B, C. Factory, okay, sorry, factory kya tha? At what factory? Factory 1 and factory 2, right? So write down here factory. Okay, so let's say this is 1, this is factory 1 and this is your factory 2, right? So A have calculator factory 1 and factory 2, B is for factory 1 and factory 2, C also require factory 1 and factory 2. Okay, now let's see what are the given condition and all that. Okay, right, and what it says, a company has order of at least, so this is the keyword, at least calculators or model, how much? 6,400. How much? So A calculators ki how many? Minimum quantity say at least 7, at least how much? 6,400. At least means it should be greater than or equals to 6,400, right? Okay, right? Okay, next, and it says 4,000 calculators of model B. Here 4,000 calculators of model B. Okay, B na kya? 4,000. That means at least negotiable. So B is minimum is 4,000, right? Next, how much? 4,800 calculators of model C. Okay, C then how much we require? C for C this 4,800. Up to this is okay. C bukta di kesutaro moina khali. Now yung at factory 1, 50 calculators of model A. At factory 1, 50 factory kaida 1. I mean we are considering this 50 calculators of model A, 50 model of B and 30 model of C are met every day, right? Okay, so factory 1 the how many? So I have missed kya neva A kya met however 50. Okay, yang sikong here. This is what factory 1 the 50 calculators of model A, right? And 50 of model, how much? 50 of model B. So 50 of model B we are considering for the only one. And then how much? 30 of model C. C ki kya? 30 of model C, right? Okay, similar. Now let's consider another in factory 2, right? So we are considering this factory 2, the how many 40 calculators of model A. So here it will be 40, 20 models of B, so 20 models of B, and 40 model of C. C gonna kya 40 models are made every day, and it costs how much? It costs 12,000. It costs this are the cost price every day to operate factory 1 and factory 2, right? Factory 1 and factory 2 operate on the factory 1 and 12,000, factory 2 get 15,000, right? Yeah, this we will come later on. Find the number of days is factory should operate, right? Is factory should operate. How about the factory 1 ga factory 2 ga do numit kya ni thabak su ga, so that minimize the operating cost, right? Minimize what? The operating. So this is the question of minimization, and must the find the number of days, right? Number of days. Also the thabak su dish ka nane this factory 1 and factory 2. Suppose that let's say this unit works for factory 1 work for, we can take this as X days, and factory 2 works for Y days, right? So my factory 1 so let's say factory 1 works for X days, factory 2 works for Y days, and number of days, and that means we have to find X and Y, so that minimize the operating cost. Operating cost to minimize. Now what was the cost of operation of factory 1? It is 12,000. B factory 2 how much? 15,000, right? So let's say let's start our calculation. So here you can say let A works for X days, and sorry, this is not A, actually it should be this is not B, let factory 1, okay, let factory 1 works for X days, and factory 2 works for how many days? Y days, and let Z be the operating cost. Then that is Z kya tarani. Okay, let's see. Now factory 1 no mother chung is kya no 12,000, but factory 1 work for how many days? X days. That the factory 1 sigi total kya changani? It was 12,000 into X plus. Similarly factory 2 gi how much is the cost? 15,000 per day. The 15,000 work for how many days? Y days. So it will be 15,000 times of Y, right? So Z se kaya this is the operating cost, right? So that will be this. Now now our LPP is okay. Minimize or maximize? Look at the question. Minimize. Okay. So our LPP is what? Is minimize Z. Minimize Z equals to 12,000x plus 15,000y subject to. So what are the condition ka sahay give do a calculator work for how many this 6,000 a calculator no kya puthokane ba 6,400 but yung a calculator puthokwa is kana factory 1 desu puthokane factory 2 desu puthokane factory 1 dagi no mo puthorak to ise kya no see no mo da puthok to 50 but factory 1 work for how many days x days so the factory 1 dagi kya puthokane 50 times of x. Similarly factory 2 dagi how many calculators of a 40 times of y, right? So the targadi what is the condition? So condition is that it will be 50 times of x plus 40 times of y and it should be greater than or equal to, okay, you see 50x 40y, it should be greater than or equal to how much? 6,400, right? Now this equation, see 10 is common in all the terms, so I can write the 10 divided to so 5x plus 4y is greater than or equal to 6 what 5x and okay, just wait, how much? So it will be how much? It will be, just wait, okay, okay, so this will be 6 how much? 10 divided to 640. So let it be our equation number 1. Second, B calculator se to no pull kya puthok it should be minimum 4,000, right? Now B calculator se one factory 1 de kya puthoi no mada 50 days but factory 1 how many days it will work? X days. So 50 no mada puthok to se kya 50, right? But factory 1 works for how many days? X days. So B de kya puthok 50 times of x, here this has multiply and 20 times of y, right? With that the what is then the here 50 times of x, right, and then 20 times of y, 20 times of y, it should be greater than or equals to how much? 4,000, right? How much? 4,000, right? Okay, so what are the common? 10 divide the way go. So we can write this as 5x plus 2y should be greater than or equal to 400, and that is my equation number 2. Okay, now similarly now here, right, similarly C calculator C how many times? Minimum 4,800. Now still how many? No mother factory 1 30 x days also the x 40 times of how much? Y. Okay, so 30x plus 40 times of y. So 30x plus 40 times of y should be greater than or equal to, what was the value? Yeah, minimum value. The minimum value is 4,800. Okay, 4,800. Again this equation, okay, this equation is the kya common y? 10 is common, so it will be 3x plus 4y greater than or equals to 480. So this is my third equation. And then lastly, x comma y, it should be greater than or equals to 4. Don't forget to write the fourth equation. Fourth equation so iramdabada hayeng mark ka kipki chances yam no wang, right? So don't forget to write this equation, right? So we have this four equation, and four equations as usual we have to draw the graphs. Okay, just wait. Graph from the line, not wrong. Okay, let's draw the graph, then graph okay. So what will be the graph like? So let's try to draw the graphs. Let's see. So let's say this, and let's draw like this, right? Okay, so this is what we got here. This is x, this will be our y. Okay, so what was the first equation? 5x plus 4y greater than or equal to 640, right? Okay. Yeah, so graphic training among the drawing the graph of the above equations, right? Okay, what was the first equation? 5x plus 4y equal to 640. Okay, 5x plus 4y, 5x plus 4y equal to 640, right? Then we have to make this as 1, right? That means divide all the sides by 640. So x divided by how much? 640. So it will be 645 makadalani, right? Plus y divided by 640. Actually this 4, okay? And actually this is like this, okay? 5x divided by 640 equals to 1. So if I cancel this, so just divide it by 5 nasi cancel thought how much? 1 and 128 plus y divided by how much? 160 equals to 1. Okay, I hope this is right. So x x 128. So let's say this is 128. X kai kakaneva 128. So this is my this is 128 comma 128 comma 0, right? Y kai kakane, y is 160. So let's say this is my 160, 0 comma 160. Now let's join. That is the point. Join torus. Okay, yeah, I mean I graph the this is not exact with the graph, I mean approximately one. Okay, but feature to the kind. And what is this equation? This equation is 5x plus 4y equals to 640. And what was our reason? Our reason is what? 5x plus 4y greater than or equals to, right? So greater than or equal to which side? See line matak or maka above, right? It should be above this region. Greater than means okay, ito the matak or never similar. Next, what is the okay, what is the second equation then? Second equation is 5x plus 2y. All right. Okay, this I can now. Okay, what was the second equation? Second equation was 5x plus 2y equals to 400. Equals to how much? 400. Now similarly, coefficient kya tha hal hobo? 1. So it will be 5x divided by 400 plus 2y divided by 400 equals to 1. Right, so cancel by 5 nasida how much? We are getting 80. 2 here cancel to how much? We are getting how much here? 200. Right, so this means this graph will cut the line x at how much? 80. Okay, so 80. What is where should be 80? Let's say this here we have is 80, right? So this point is 80 comma 0, and where is y? Y should be cut at 200, right? 200. So let's say this is our how much? 200. Okay, so let me rub this one. Right, this is our what is this point? This point is 0 comma 200. Okay, so what is this? So the region will be above, right? Now we have to join this line. Okay, let's join this line. Okay, sorry. Oh, it's not turning out as I used to be. Anyway, I mean we just have to draw the approximate, right? So let's make it okay. So this is what, this is my line, this was my line, right? Okay, so this is my 80 and this is 200, right? And what is this what is this line of equation? This line of equation is how much? 5x plus 2y. So this is how much? 5x plus 2y equals 400, right? Now let's move to the third equation. What is the third equation? 3x plus 4y greater than or equal to 480. Okay, so let's move to the third. Let's move to the third one. What is that? 3x plus 4y equals to 480, right? So make the coefficient on this right side 1. So they divide all the sides by 480. So it will be 3x divided by 480 plus 4 times of y divided by 480 equals to 1. And then so 3 cancel this, how much? 164 cancel this, so it will be 120. That means the line, this line will intersect the x-axis at 160, y-axis at 120, right? So x-axis at how much? 160. So where is 160? 160 will be somewhere here. Let's see. So let's say this is 160. Okay, let's just say this is 160. Okay, let's say this is 160 comma 0, and y-axis at how much? 120, right? 120 will be this is 160, so 120 will be somewhere here, right? So let's say this is my 120, so it will be 0 comma 120. right. And now let's join the points. Just wait. Okay. All right. Okay, just wait. So this is my x. Okay, and what is this line? This line is, what is this line? 3x plus 4y equal to, right, 3x plus 4y, 3x plus 4y equal to 480. Now what is the feasible region? Which one is the feasible region, right? See, these equations are all, the inequalities are all what? All greater than. That means for this it should be above, for this line it should be above, and for this line this should be also above. So that means 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are our corner points. So let me give this as name. So let's say this is my A, and here this is my B, and let's say this is my point C, and this is my point D. Here point D, the coordinate is 0, 200. For A it is 160, 0. Okay, 160. Okay, this is 160, 0. And so we need to find two corner points, that is B and C, right? Okay, let's try to find out what is B and C. Now for finding B, what we have to do right here, for B, which equation we have to solve? We have to find the intersection of this red line and then this black line. That means we have to solve 3x plus 4y equal to 48 for B. Okay, let's write the equation. 3x plus 4y equals 480. And what is the other equation? 5x plus 4y. So write down 5x plus 4y equals to 640, right? Now you can say solving, right? So 4y and 4y are equal, so just subtract it. 3x minus 5x will be minus 2x. 480 minus 640, it will be how much? Minus 160. So if you solve it, x, the value of, if you solve it, right, if you solve it, the value of x is going to be how much? 80. Correct. Now write down, putting what? X equals to 80. Putting x equal to 80 in any of this equation. Okay, so this will be easy, right? In, let's say, 3x plus 4y equals to 480. So what will we get here? So this will be 3 into 80 plus 4 into y equals to 480, right? So if you solve it, what is the answer? So 240. So 480 minus 240 will be 240 and 240 divided by 4 is 6. So we get how much? So therefore here, what is the coordinate of B then? Okay, so here, so B is how much? X coordinate 80, y coordinate 60. Right? Up to this is okay? Okay? All right. Now, okay. Okay, now after that up to what we have solved? We have to solve up to B. Okay, now we have to find another value, which is what? Which is C, right? Okay, just wait. Okay. So we find the value of B. All right, now after that, let's try to find one more point is left, and what is that? Point C. Now let's see, C is the intersection of which line? The green line and the black line. And what is the green line? Okay, so let's write down what is the green line. 5x plus 2y equal to 400. And what is a black line? It is 5x plus 4y equal to 160, right? So yeah, write down. So we have 4C. Okay, 4C. What is the intersection? This green line, and this green line is 5x plus 2y equal to 400, right? Solving, five x plus 4y, how much? Sorry, 5x plus 2y. 5x plus 2y equals to 400. And what is the black line? C is the intersection of green, and what is the black line? 5x plus 4y equals to 640. 5x plus 4y, 5x plus 4y equals to 640. Now how to solve here? Coefficient of x are equal, right? So simply we can subtract this, right? So let's see, from this equation subtract this equation. Write down the equation here. So 5x plus 4y equals 640. Another equation is 5x plus 2y equals to 400. Now subtract it, and what we 5x and 5x will be cancelled. So 4y minus 2y will be 2y. 640 minus 400 will be 240. So what is the value of y? It's 120. So the value of y is 120. Now put back the value of y in any of this equation, right? So here you can write putting y equals to 120 in where? Okay, let's say 5x plus 2y equals to 400. Okay, so what should be the answer here? So in this case, what we will get? 5x plus 2 into 120. So 2 into 120 equals to 400. Now if you solve this equation, so what is the value of x? See, 400 minus 240 will be 160, right? So 160 divided by 5, so it will give you 32. So my coordinate of C is going to be, x coordinate is 32, y coordinate is 120, right? Okay, so that's how we find all the values of B. B is 80 comma 60, so write down B is how much? B was 80 comma 60. And what is the value of C? C was how much? 32 comma 120. So it is how much? 32 comma 120, right? Is it? Yeah. Now, so now after that, all we have to look is here. Now what is that? Okay, lastly we have to look at this value of z, 12,000x plus 15,000, and what we have to do is minimize. Okay, so here Now write down at A. What is A? What is A? A is 160 comma 0. At A 160 comma 0. What is Z? Okay, Z we know is 12,000 into X 160 plus 15,000 into Y, which is 0. So this part will be 0 and this, okay, and this will now 16 into 12, this will give how much? 192. And how many zeros? 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4, right? Similarly, write down at B, right? And what is B? 80 comma 60. At B 80 comma 60. What is that? It will be 12,000 into what is this? It will be 80 plus 15,000 into what is Y? 60. Okay, so I mean here we need to do a little bit of calculation. Okay, all right. After doing a little bit of calculation, you will get this value 186,123,4, right? So that is at B. Now let's calculate at C. Okay, what is C? 32 comma 120. So the value of Z is going to be 12,000 into what is X here? 32 plus what is Y here is 120, and after a little bit of calculation you will get the value 2184,000. Okay, and lastly we have to calculate at the point D, which is 0 comma how much? 200, and we will get the value here. Okay, and we will get the value here how much? 12,000 into what is the value of X here? It's 0 plus 15,000 into what is the value of Y here? 200. Okay, and if you do the calculation, it will be 3000, right, and 0 0. Okay, and one, I think one more 0 is there. Okay, now we have to find the minimum value, and where is the minimum value? So this one is our minimum. So this one is our minimum. And what was the question? The question was just look at the question. Find the number of days. That means you have to find the X and you have to find Y, right? So we are getting at the minimum value at which point? This B. So you can say, so what is the solution? Therefore the solution is X equals to, at the point B we are getting the minimum value, so X is going to be 80 and y is going to be how much? 60. And that's our solution. Okay, right? And what is the minimum cost? This is the minimum cost, but they are asking, the question is asking what is the number of units, or sorry, number of days required by the factory 1 and 2. So it will be, they actually basically they are asking for the values of x and y. So x will be 80, y will be 60. And that's it for 2016. Okay, I hope I have done enough to make you understand. Kitang gyan taramani na dikhali. Okay, taatra so amuka we will analyze one more question, and then I hope you can solve it again. Okay, right. Okay, all right. Now 2016 question paper solved toro matungda. Now let's come to 2015 question. Now you see the pyramid question, they have not given the table. Okay, adu taraga de koina see question ji kitoba table la mahana semdok ta yaroba. And moreover, this is a question of what? Manufacturer. Okay, stage manufacturer ta we have never. Aduna this is a question of manufacturing, and then lastly yang was the putok to say how many units of its product to get what? Maximum profit. You have the koina putok to say the maximum profit. All right. Okay, now let's try to solve the question. First question han understand tauna bhona si adugi matung the question solve tawse. Is the hiram is a question the hiram is a kaino. Question the hiram is see, first of all manufacturer amna product kya manufacture taweba A and B, right? So we'll say the given LPP can be formulated as, okay, manufacturer to say product kya A and B. All right, so that's the ERC. Let's say this is the product kari A, another is B. Okay, aduga lupa kya da sell taweba. Now A sells at 200 per unit. Okay, so selling price kya never A na here rupees 200 per unit. Unit am the kya piraga 200 per unit. All right, adagi mo kari pyramid tata se above the time also pyramid. Okay, so write down here time. How many minutes? 30 minutes. So A is 1 unit 200 rupees and then time is how minutes? 30 minutes change amas 1 unit make. Similarly B is the time pyramid. B sells at 300 per unit. So B is selling price how much? Here 300 per unit, and takes how many hours? Take 1 hour. So it's the here let's say this is 1 hour. Okay, right? Okay, now see, up to this we have done B. Now question is permanent order of 40 units of A, 16 units of B. First of all, a working week consists of how many hours? 40 hours of production, and weekly turnover of not less than 10,000. I did turnover do the production na 40 hours, right? Okay, so you see hours, right? Hours. Hours are the related. This hours is related with our time. Okay, we target week amada tabak sudu se kayano week amada tabak sudu se up to maximum se kya 40 hours. However, it should be kya, so what it should be now. Okay, it should be 30 hours to kya ho it should be equals to 40 hours total time though consumed it should be how much 40 hours of time and right turnover na kya taro not less than 10,000. Okay, turnover have a selling price to it should not be less than 10,000. So selling price should not be less than means greater or BDI cost. So here BDI what padiyade have the minimum the kya hai not less than at the minimum the 10,000. So that means it should be greater than or equals to 10,000, right? Okay, the profit on each unit of product A. So write down profit here. How much? 20 per unit. A gina, B gina 30 per unit. Now I'm going to put how many units of each product to get the maximum profit, right? So let for A, let's say X numbers, B gina let's say Y numbers of the unit is produced, right? And what is this question? This question is about maximizing the profit. Okay, maximum profit. Now so now let's start writing here. Let X equals with the number of units of A, and what is Y? Y is nothing but number of units of B. A gina X unit, Y B gina how many units? Y unit, and Z na let's say how much? It's let's say this is total profit. All right, Z na karine ba total profit. Now then Z se kya tarne? See, unit amada A unit amada how much 20 rupees, but akoi put kya no X number. So A given how much profit we are getting, it will be 20x plus B gina kya no unit amada man of hunger profit is 30, but producing how much Y unit, so it will be 30 times of Y. Okay, right? Now you can write here, then after that our therefore require LPP is going to profit to minimize the maximize the first of all look at the question again, maximum profit. So what is our LPP? Our LPP is nothing but maximize Z, this is 20x plus 30 times of Y, such that okay you the peak is a turnover to kya hoga turnover do it should be greater than or equals to how much? Greater than or equal to 10,000. All right, turnover to kya hoga it should be greater than 10,000. So target turnover 1 unit turnover se kya no 200 for A, the X unit ki how much? It will be 200 times of X. Similarly B ki 1 unit ki turnover unit the man of pamdadusu kya no 300 rupees, but akoi use kya no Y unit Y numbers, so B ki kya lan it will be 300 plus Y. So total turnover I target 200 times of X plus 300 times of y, right? Subject to the kya, so it will be 200 times of x plus 300 times of y. So kya the greater than or equals to 10,000. Okay, so this is our turnover. Okay, but this equation can be written as, see I can divide it all by 100. 100 so the 100 how much we are getting, 2x plus how much this will be, 3y, and it should be greater than or equal to 100. So let it be our first equation. Now coming back to the second, so time से क्या होगा, it should be question की material side, a working week consists of how many hours, 40 hours of production. Now the problem हम कर ले time की मतंग देंगे, the pyramid से कहना hour, this is hour, and what is this is in minute. तो इसी minute से hour down तो होती, what it will be, half hour हो जाएगा, right, half an hour. So unit हम पुथोपदा मतम क्या हम संग unit हम पुथोपदा a की वजह दी half hour, b की वजह how much 1 hour संगेगा. तो x number पुथोपदा it will be x by 2, y number पुथोपदा it will be y times of 1, so it will be only y. Okay, so hour की मतंग दम करना है now, and the second equation it will be how much, let's see, हम got time, what is the time, half times of x plus 1 time of y. So half time of x plus 1 time of y, and the item is the it should be equal to minimum maximum consists of it should be equal to how many hours, 40. Okay, now solving again this equation, so 2 so it will be x plus 2y equals to 80. So this is my second equation. Okay, this is my second equation. Now see question say it's very interesting. Okay, very interesting. Let me show you. Atai question year the hangiba question they slightly modified top points down. The problem is there is a permanent kariba, there is a permanent order of 14 units of product A. Permanent order of 14 units of product A. A की क्या आवा unit permanent है जो गाँव है मैम, right? Permanent है बजे कहीं permanent है बजे सोइद्रा बजा, right? Means at least permanent है बात है जैसे कहीं उसे बा there should be a permanent means at least 14 units of product A दी कहता हूँ बा it should be order. अदुका B की ना how much unit here? See here 16 unit. Okay, other than that we can write here A की how much, so आगे कोई x greater than 0 or y greater than 0 even होता here क्या होने तो तार दी here we will have x permanent order of how much, x is greater than or equals to how much, 14. So this is my third equation, right? And y गिना क्या है बा permanent order of 16, so that will be my fourth equation, right? So we have 1 2 3 4 equation. After that you have to draw the graph and solve the equation, then it's very much easy, right? Okay, now let's try to draw the graph here. Try to make selection. So this is my next, so you can write here drawing, you can do like this. So equation is doing the graph of the above equations, right? So let's try to draw the graphs here. So let's say this is okay. Okay, first equation has 2x plus 3y greater than or equal to how much? 100. Okay, so as usual first equation se kama ini, so 2x plus 3y equals to 100. Adai ke daune ba si akoi exam da yaw da point just akoi na knowledge ke na divided by akoi na amang ga tawki ba na this constant term se kya tahang da it should be 1. So 1 tan gaya ta adi kai 100 and divide out, so it becomes how much? X by 50 plus y divided by 100 by 3. I will after the C graphs here. X ko tayo kakadin, x at 50. Okay, x at 50. So let's say this is our 50. Let's say this is our 50. Y क्या था कर 100 by 3, that means 33 point something. Okay, exact value either so just assume set imagination. Okay, so let's say this is my this would be 0 comma 100 by 3, and then join the two lines, join the 2 points, sorry, let's try to join it. Okay, now pyramid regions it should be greater than I regions matak or maka matak to origin. Okay, matak to origin regions. Now after that second equation x plus 2y equal to 40. It's very much simple. Second equation is x plus 2y equals 80. Now sizu kya tahalo 1 tan gaya kya divide tawni 80 na, so x by 80, y by 40. X kya da 80 da, y na kya da 40 da. So x 50 is here, right? So 80 will be, let's say, somewhere here. Let's say this is my 80, right? How much? 50 comma 0. Okay, and y ne kya dakayega, where is y cancel, y is at 40, right? 40 is the 100 by 3, that is 33. So 40 will be somewhere here above the. Okay, so let's say this is my 40. What is this? This is my, what is this? This is my 0 comma 40. Now let's try to join the 2 points. What? Just 2 points. Okay. Yeah. All right. Doesn't matter. Okay, and moreover, no khangminnase Sig equation se kya आने this is 2x plus 3y equals to 100, and then how about this? This is nothing but, and what is this? This is x plus 2y equals 80, right? Next thing, akuna kya wale ani madro tawre and sigi ju mathak karam region wani mathak ta ko. No, this region layer is equal to, so it will be this like this only, right? Now the matung da kari, it should be x greater than or equal to third x greater than or equal to 14. X greater than or equal to 14. X14 will be, let's say, somewhere here. Okay, let's say the x14 is here. X14 is here. Okay, x14, that means how we will draw the graph. See, just join the line. Okay, All right, and what is this? This is my x equal to 14 graph. And lastly, y should be greater than or equal to 16. Y greater than or equal to 16. Y greater than or equal to 16. It should be somewhere here. 16 means 100 by 3 will be less or equal. Okay, so let's say this is somewhere here. So it's here. Okay, let's say this is 0 comma 16 over let's say this is how much? 0 comma 16. Okay, so let's join this. Oh, sorry. Now we have joined this, and this is our y equals to 16. Now let's see where is the region, where is the common region. The common region will be karamboini sigizu mathak, sigizu mathak, and then sigizu mathak. So the common region is going to be which one? The common region is going to be this region. See the labor regions, right? See out there, see out there, see out. Started from here. Okay. Now, corner points. What are the corner points? Corner points here we have one corner point, and here we have another corner point. Okay, so corner point or corner point only two corner points. Okay, here let's call this as A. Let's call this as A. Okay, and let's call this as this corner point. Let's call this as B. So okay, with our palm A ga B ga, right? Okay. Now this is not needed actually. How's intention se kai putok pateba ko intention se hoji kai putok tare A and the B. Okay, and you can write down the shaded region B, shaded region represents the feasible region of LPP, right? And then now we are going to find out what? Now we are going to find out the corner points. Okay, and what are the corner points? Corner points of feasible region are A and B, right? Let's see. For A, come equation solve down. Solve this red line and then this blue line. Okay, so what is that? This red line? Red line is x plus 2y equals to item. For A, solving x plus 2y equals to how much? 80. And what is the other solution, other equation, other line? Y equal to 16 and y equals to 16, right? So y already we know the value is 16. So x so put the values of y in this equation. So that is x plus 2 into 16 equals to 80. That means the value of x is going to be is it it's going to be how much? 48. So what is the point A then? Point A is going to be x is 48, and what is y here? Y is 16. Okay, similar. Now let's come to for what? For point B. For point B. Now let's see. Point B is a point B have this red line. Siga kana divide this green line. Green line x equal to 14. Right? So that means same on the same line we will say for point B we have to write solving kana x plus 2y equals to 80, and what is the other equation? Other equation is x equal to 14, right? And what? X equals to 14. So the x ki value we have already known, right? X ki equation se kya we already known. All we have to do is so put out in here. So it will be 14 plus 2 times of y equals to 80. So what is the equation now? Now what is the equation and what is the solution of the y? Y is now going to be, if you find out, it's going to be 33. So therefore point B is nothing but 14 comma 33, right? So corner point A and B. Now all we have to do is check the value of z. Z kya no koi do? What is the value of z here? 20x plus 30y, right? Yeah, at A 48 comma 16. Z is how much? 30 times 20 times of x plus 30 times of y. Okay, so 20 times of what is x here? 48 plus 30 times of y means 16, and what is the value? If you calculate it, it will be 1500. Now at B equals B में क्या होगा? What is our B? B से 14 comma 33. What is the value of z? It will be 20 times of x. X how much here? X is 14, so it will be x times 14 plus 30 times of y. Y means 33, right? So it will be 33 equals. Now what is the value of z? Then it will be 1270. Now आपको तो पता होता है जो maximum or minimum? Maximize, right? So point the maximum value from we are getting here. Maximum value is at this point, right? So therefore, what is the what is the solution then? Then the solution is where the x के आधा पंगे here, right? X equals to 14, y equals to 16, right? As in otherwise, question the kind. Let's move to the question. The I say find how many units of each product should be produced to maximize to get maximum profit. So maximum profit is how much? 1500. And then how many units of each product, right? X na kanagi A ki, Y na kanagi B ki. So what is the solution here? X we are getting 48, Y we are getting 16, right? right? So that is the EBI. So that is number of what? Number of product A. Number of product A equals how much? 48, and number of product B equals how much? 16.